Okay, for this week's mental challenge, we're focusing on responsibility. So first of all, what is responsibility? Responsibility is knowing that we have a task to accomplish. We have a duty. We have something that we have to be able to do, right? It could also be that we have the responsibility of helping someone else or taking care of someone. So for example, if we have a younger brother or a younger sister, if we're crossing the road, our responsibility might be making sure they're safe, might be holding their hand, right? Our parents, their responsibility is taking care of us. So a responsibility is helping others, but a responsibility could also be, again, a chore or something we have to do. Now, here's the thing. Responsibilities are a double-edged sword, okay? What does that mean? It means there's something good about them and there's something bad about them, okay? Having a responsibility, let's say you have responsibility, you have to clean your room, okay? Or you have responsibility, you have to take out the trash. Or you have the responsibility, you have to take care of your pets. Maybe you have a dog or a cat, and your responsibility is to feed them, or is to give them water, or is to take your dog for a walk, okay? So on the one hand, this is a chore, this is a responsibility, this thing isn't fun. But what's the good thing about having that responsibility? There's something bad, there's something good. I don't like having to feed my dog, but what's the good thing? You have a dog. If you have a responsibility in taking care of your dog, you have a pet, okay? If you have a chore, I don't want to have to clean my room, that's my responsibility. But the plus is you have a room. You have a bedroom. It's a good thing to have your own room, right? Okay. So the other thing here too is when you were younger, you didn't have any responsibilities. When you're a baby, you don't have any responsibilities. Your parents do everything for you. As you get older, your parents give you more responsibilities. They're giving you those responsibilities because they know you're growing up. You're getting older. You're becoming more of an adult. So the fact that you have more responsibilities is showing you're growing up. It's showing you're becoming a more independent person, and that's a good thing. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, I want you guys thinking about, first of all, what is a responsibility you didn't have when you were younger, and now you have to do now? What's a responsibility you have now that you didn't have as a baby, or that you didn't have a couple years ago? But now because you're older, you have this responsibility. I want you to first think about that. The next thing I want you to think about is, what is a responsibility you would like to have in the future? Okay, so for myself, someday I would like to have a boat. I don't have a boat. A boat is a big responsibility. You have to take care of it. There's a lot of things you have to do when you own a boat. That's a huge responsibility, but that's a responsibility I'd like to have. Okay, another responsibility I'd like to have. I love to travel. I have never been to Australia or to New Zealand. Someday I'd really like to go to those places. Well, I have to have responsibility to save up money. I have to have the responsibility to buy the plane ticket. I have to have the responsibility to plan out the trip. Where am I going to stay? I have to have the responsibility to show up on time, to show up to the airport. If my flight leaves at 8 p.m., I have to have the responsibility to show up. If I show up late, I'm not going to be able to fly out on that plane, okay? So this is something I'd like to do. I want to travel to these places. Well, I have to have responsibility to do that. So I want you guys thinking, what is something you would like to do? What is something you'd like to accomplish? And what responsibility would you need to do in order to do that thing? Okay, those are the two big questions I have. So again, remember, as we're becoming older, as we're becoming more of adults, we have more and more responsibilities. And sometimes, I got more work to do. But on the plus side of that is, you can experience more things in life. You're becoming more independent. You can do more of the things you want in your life now as a result. So having responsibility is a very good thing. I want you thinking about, how do you have more responsibility? How are you working on having more black belt responsibility?